Try not to hit it as hard. Good evening. It's time to call the August 25th, 2026 Wirt County Board of Education meeting to order. First order of business is our Pledge of Allegiance. And we're going to ask the journal lady to lead us in the pledge. From right there.
Oh, you got to brush your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're down to approval agenda. Need a motion to approve the agenda. Okay, on the agenda, under finance, number 4, we have a name in there for the audit proposal bid and an amount. And then on page 2, we have a name for assistant volleyball coach for Wirt County Middle School. And we have a name for the assistant principal, Wirt County Middle School, and a name for the cook 3, Wirt County High School, and effective dates. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Any questions about those changes? Or they're not changes, updates? Hearing none, we'll have a motion to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor say aye. Aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. We have no recognitions this evening. It should start pretty soon. We've got kids back in school. So we're down to information. We have the maintenance report and the monthly attendance report by Mr. Smith. Mr. McCowan, anything before he gets started?
So no, I'll turn things over to Mr. Smith. He has both of those reports for you tonight.
Okay.
Mr. McCown, thank you, Mr. Metz. Okay, excuse me. In July, Hilliard Incorporated completed the annual recoating of the gym floor at the Wirt County High School and Middle School. I just brought some pictures. Some of you may have been at volleyball games or other events and saw this already, but I just thought for some of you that might not have. The floors turned out really nice as usual. They really do a real good job with that. So that's the high school floor there, of course. And there I took, there's one view of the middle school floor. Here's another as well. We've been happy with their work each year as they do that. So,
You know, the middle school floor might actually look better than the high school floor.
yeah, it does.
I'm sure nobody wants to hear that. But.
Well, no, honestly, since Mr. Metz brought that up, it was funny that you say that. When I okayed them to do that, the design and such, when I talked to Mrs. Hickman and others, and they did that, the first thing they said was to go ask my wife if that was all right, because they were worried that floor, the guys that were doing it said, is she going to get mad when that floor, and I went to my wife and she said, no, that's fine. Whatever they want to do, Jeff, is the first thing they asked me.
Mr. Smith, did we get the roof fixed where it was leaking?
Well, that's funny you asked that. We're still trying to do that. What we think is occurring, and Gary's done everything under the sun to fix this, there's vents at the end of that water should not come through there, but somehow it is doing that and it's leaking somewhere. I've got someone coming in. We need to have somebody come in and inspect our roofs periodically anyway. They're supposed to be here Thursday and they're going to start that process. We've done everything. It's very exhausting. We've tried everything. As soon as it happens, that's a good question. We've been putting tarps down and we're trying to see where that water's running from, and we can never find where it's coming from. But short answer, yeah, we're trying to get it straightened out. But now, something that relates to that, Luke, that you asked that, we've had tremendous rains, and it only tends to do that like remember there were like 3 or 5 days it was just torrential downpours. That's when it tends to do it. It's not just when it's casual rain. Usually it's pouring whenever that happens. So we're trying to pinpoint why that's taking place. It shouldn't be happening. Huh? Exactly. Yeah, so good question. Okay, the vinyl floor covering roller system for the high school and the middle school were delivered on August 10th. These systems were assembled by Jack Cheeseman shop classes. The systems were unloaded and hauled to the proper areas of the school after assembly by the maintenance staff. These were purchased to help protect the gym floor and reduce tripping hazards during the certain events, okay? They're approximately 10 foot long, and what we're doing this to replace, you know how we have to put tarps down when we have graduation, name some other stuff, award ceremonies, there's various things at both schools. it was a tripping hazard, and this is what a lot of the other counties have went to avoid that. We just don't want somebody getting hurt, tripping, getting hurt, so this will hopefully alleviate that. It's kind of almost like a carpet system on rolls that you roll up, but hopefully it'll reduce the chance of somebody getting injured on the floor, plus it protects the floor as well. So we'll just use that during special events when we have high traffic and such, so. Okay? All right.
You said the shop class assembled that?
Yeah, when they unloaded it, I asked Jack, Mr. Cheeseman, if he would have his shop class, because as Mr. McCown said, we were swamped. This is the first day staff came back, so August 10th. So I asked Jack, and he agreed to put those together, and then the maintenance staff took them where they needed to after they got them done. We appreciated him doing that. I told him that. That was very, very helpful. Okay, also the Wirt County maintenance staff with Tim's Butter's assistant completed installation of the new field goal post netting apparatus at the high school end of the football field. So I just tried to give you some pictures to give you an idea. It's approximately 3 foot above the upright. It's kind of an optical illusion looking at it that way, but it's 3 foot higher than the uprights. As you can see, it looks like it's lower or below when you, just depends on what angle you're looking at, but it's basically 3 foot above the uprights where it's currently at. And that's approximately 15, I don't want to misspeak, it's somewhere between 15 to 18 feet above the building itself. And what Kurt and Gary and Tim did, they attached it to the building, so it's not going to go anywhere. The building's going to come loose before it comes loose, if that makes sense. So they tried to put it as sturdy as they can, so they literally drilled holes and attached it right to the building. So hopefully we won't have any issues with that, it doesn't look like. So now the other one, as I said earlier, is going to be a more involved process. You're going to have somebody come in with equipment that we don't have, and I'll have to try and get that organized because like Big Blue, the shop truck we have could do this, but it wouldn't be able to do that at the far end closest to the bus garage. We're going to have to orchestrate that and have somebody come in with equipment, and our maintenance staff work with them to do that. That's what we're going to probably have to do. So, and our goal is to get it by first game, but I don't want to guarantee the first home game that'll be ready. I don't want to lie and say it's going to and it not, but we're doing our best. So,
So it'll take like a crane, right?
oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, well, we're saying somewhere like Bosley, somewhere if Tim Ellison's available, which it'll take some type of equipment we don't have access currently down here. So, good question. Anybody have any questions concerning that?
Those are fairly new, aren't they?
Huh?
The goalposts are fairly new.
Oh, yeah, we just put those up. That was last football season, correct? Yeah, last football season. I bought the netting. We just didn't get time to get the apparatuses put together. But, yeah, those were just put up last year. They're basically brand new, correct? Anybody else have any questions concerning that? Okay, and lastly, Brent just happened to ask me this as I was coming in. I was going to address this. It's not in the report, but it's fresh off the press, okay? If any of you all have been to the volleyball games, the bleacher issue where they won't come out when we use the remote, Kurt Starcher and Gary have done everything they can and followed the direction of the people we bought the bleachers off of. And it's not on our electrical end, it's in the control box end. So they're going to come in Thursday and fix that. Of course, it's under warranty because it's less than a year old, but just wanted to update you on that. I've been getting questions about that as well. So it was a fluke thing. They said they rarely have one less than a year old malfunction like that, but they're going to come in and fix it. So, okay. Anyone else have any other maintenance or other issues? Okay. All right, let me go back to, okay. All right. If you want me to go ahead, Mr. McCown, I'm going to go ahead and do the August narrative while I'm up here.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay. All right. The year-to-date attendance rate by school and district as of the 20th of August, the primary center was at 96.2, the middle school was at 93.8, and the high school was at 95.6. Overall, the district attendance rate was at 95.3 as of that date. Of course, we've been in school by that time less than right out of weeks what we'd been here. So,
Any idea why
go
the
ahead,
middle
sir.
school is down to 93, first week of school, or
Well,
sickness, or?
Well, I think there was some of that going on, and then sometimes there's people in transition. I hate to be depressing, Mr. Metz, but either they're in transition going to another county, or they're in the process of going to homeschool or other options, and sometimes that'll skew the numbers as far as attendance. If, like, let's say they haven't been there for the first 2 or 3 days because they're in the process of going to virtual school, homeschool, whatever that is, it would skew that, Mr. Metz. Yes, that may be part of it as well. Okay. All right. District enrollment as of 8/20/26, the primary center was at 313, middle school was at 224, high school was at 256. District-wide, that puts our number at 793. The total enrollment has decreased by 51 students in comparison to the same report last year. The primary center total student enrollment remained the same. Wirt County Middle School enrollment decreased by 31 students in comparison to last year's report, and the high school decreased by 20 students, unfortunately. That's where we're at right now. So, and I tried to break that down as thoroughly as I could in regards to enrollment. The largest decreases in student enrollment by grade in comparison to 2025 August report. The 8th grade had 18 less students, the 5th grade had 13 less students, 12th grade had 12 less students, 9th grade had 11 less students, and kindergarten had 11 less students. Now, even though the enrollment, of course, stayed the same at the primary center, the grade shift, you know what I mean, others went up as the kindergarten went down, but it all worked out to the same total number of students. Does anybody have any questions about that before I go to the next thing regarding this? Okay. All right. Additional enrollment information. As of August 20th, 2026, there are 87 students enrolled in Hope Scholarship and 56 students enrolled in homeschool, not receiving Hope Scholarship, for a total of 143 students. That is an increase of 30 Hope Scholarship students in comparison to the report at this time last year, and the homeschool enrollment increased by 1 student. The remaining enrollment decrease of 20 students is due to enrolling in West Virginia virtual, charter schools, and transferring out of Wirt County School District to another county, or transferring to another state was the remaining 20, is what my research showed where the difference was. So, anybody have any questions about that before I move on with enrollment? Okay.
What's the Hope Scholarship? How much is it?
Oh, you asked me too quick, Brian. 90, let's see. I don't want to misspeak. I think it's around 9,300 if my figures are correct. Is it not right? Is that not right? Okay, what is it, Mr. Metz?
About 56, I believe.
Okay.
Karen, do you know?
And it
Yeah,
kept
I think
building.
it's gone up to like 56 somewhere.
Yeah.
Multiply that by 143, that's,
Well, actually, if you want to do the true math, Mrs. Cummings, how much is it per kid that it costs us?
Yeah, actually, I just got the state aid numbers. So our average state aid that we're getting for this fiscal year that we're in is $7,116. So I did the comparison as to what our enrollment was last second month, and we were at 831 compared to the 793. So that's a loss of 38 students, so dollar-wise, about $270,000.
And if you want to multiply Mrs. Cummings' figure by the 143, well, the 143, you're looking at roughly, by my math, a little over $1 million, correct? Yeah. So just to give a perspective on that. Okay.
$5,435 per student.
Okay.
Sounds close.
Okay. Yeah. And unfortunately, I deal with the clerical part of that, but I didn't know that figure right off the top of my head. I don't, deal directly with that aspect of it, so unfortunately, no. Okay. Any
So
other-
we have that many students that are homeschooled, but they're not taking the Hope Scholarship.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
any ideas on why if they're homeschooled, they're not taking that?
I have no idea.
just don't realize they can or something? Yeah, that's
Well,
interesting.
Can I speak to what people have told me informally
Yeah,
on the phone?
please, yeah.
Okay, nothing formal. A lot of them say that there's rules and things that they have to follow, that they don't want to be dictated to what they're doing.
So
There's
there's
some
strings
truth to
attached
that.
with the,
Yeah, you have to meet deadlines, you have to do
Yeah,
various
so you
things.
can only spend at certain places and. so,
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
Yes. Yeah, so. Okay. That may not be the sole reason, but that's what generally some of them talk to me about. Let's put it that way when they talk to me about it, so. All right, any other questions related to that before we move on?
I do have something I'd like for you to look up for me with Mr. McCallum's permission. I would like to know how many homeschooled, Hope Scholarship, whatever you want to call them, not enrolled in our school are participating in WVSSAC sanctioned sports. So that's sixth grade on up. If we can get that figure. The principals probably give it to you off the top of the head. Because there is a place in the code says that we shall, doesn't say may, it says shall, charge them a per diem to.
And we've
We've
been
been-
looking at what other counties are doing
Yeah.
to draft a policy.
We've been communicating with other counties to try and set up parameters for that, Mr. Metz, as well. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing, so.
It's not a may thing, it says that you shall, so we probably need to work on that. But I'm just curious how many we have
Oh, yeah.
coming in playing sports.
And it has grown a little bit. I mean, not dramatically, but it's
Yeah.
starting to grow a little bit, yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? I don't want to rush through this. Any questions you have, if I can answer them or get the information, I'll be more than glad to.
Any questions from Mr. Smith and Mr. McCallum? Or Karen, for that matter? She has the finger on the money part. Okay, are you done then?
No, I was just
Oh,
waiting. I just didn't want to rush anybody. I was going to go to the
You
next.
go right ahead.
Okay, all right. In regards to enrollment, pre-K is at 48, kindergarten is at 54, first grade is at 61, second grade is at 52, third grade is at 50, fourth grade is at 48 students. In regards to the middle school, fifth grade is at 54, sixth grade is at 61 students, seventh grade is at 55, eighth grade is at 54, and lastly, at the high school, that's ninth grade is at 69, 10th grade is at 65, 11th grade at 62, and 12th grade at 60. So, okay. Anyone else have any questions about anything? I'd be more than glad if I can field your,
see low numbers coming up.
yeah, yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. There, you there?
Questions?
All right.
Okay, thank you, Jeff.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Metz, thank you, Mr. McCann.
You were done, weren't you?
Oh, yes, I was just trying to not rush
I
anybody.
cut you off there 2 times, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you. Okay, we are down to agenda. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Oh, we are.
No, we already got the agenda.
I'm sorry. Need a motion to approve the minutes.
There you go.
Those are the minutes of August 4th, 2026, August 14th, 2026, and August 21, 2026. If any of those need anything corrected, we'll pull it out. Any corrections, comments? Okay, hear none. Did I get a motion?
Yeah, me.
Okay.
On the wrong one, so I'll make it official.
There we
So
go.
moved. There you go.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the minutes of the August 4th, 2026 regular meeting, the August 14th, 2026 special meeting, and the August 21st, 2026 special meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we're down to payment of invoices. Need a motion to approve the payment of invoices in the amount of $356,371.81.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
Okay, we have 4 runs of expenditures for your consideration tonight. The first on 8/7/2026 totals $35.20. This is primarily P-card and travel. The next run also on 8/7/2026, totaling $32,867.90. Noteworthy on this, we have our website cost for the schools and board office, and then utility bills. Then next, on 8/17/2026, totals $29,783.16. Noteworthy on this, we have McGraw-Hill Education for our health curriculum, and then also UMR Dental and Vision Insurance premiums. And then finally, on 8/20/2026, we have a run of expenditures totaling $287,685.55. A big chunk of this is our Matheny Motors 77 passenger Thomas bus number 52. That's in the amount of $159,603.22. Then we have the gym floor coverings that Mr. Smith mentioned earlier from R.M. Huffman. Those totaled $30,194.79 for the gym floor coverings for the middle and high school. These runs of expenditures total altogether $356,371.81.
Any questions, comments on the invoices? Here none, we have a motion to approve the payment of invoices in the amount of $356,371.81. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Down to budget supplements. Need a motion to approve budget supplements in the amount of $23,778.03.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So 3 budget supplements, the first in the amount of $1,078.03. Communities and schools, primary center, middle school grant amount. The next in the amount of $18,700. This is a fresh fruit and vegetable grant for WCPC beginning October 1st. And then finally in the amount of $4,000, a Highmark Foundation grant for communities in schools. These supplements total $23,778.03.
Any questions on supplements? Here none, we have a motion to approve the budget supplements in the amount of $23,778.03. All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Now we need a motion to approve budget transfers in the amount of $63,921.97.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
One budget transfer for your consideration tonight in the amount of $63,921.97. And this is transfer the CIS grant to the new assigned project code.
Questions?
What is that, assigned project code? I don't quite understand that.
Karen, do you want to tackle that one?
Whenever we receive a grant, the State Department, they track it by a 5-digit code. And whenever we were in budget season, they did not get it dispersed in the year that they were supposed to, so it came out during this fiscal year, so it changed the code on the grant. But I'd already put $63,921 of it in our beginning budget to account for this person's salary and benefits, and so therefore I had to make a transfer and move it to the new project code, so that way it'll be tracked by the State Department.
Thank you.
Other questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve the budget transfers in the amount of $63,921.97. All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, next one, we need a motion to approve the Fife Jones Group as the audit bid proposal recommendation at $48,360 for years ending in 26, 27, and 28.
So moved.
Karen? Unless you want to do it, I figure.
Well, I think
Either way.
in your packet, you all have the score sheet. I'll just say we had 3 companies bid competitively to do our auditing service, and they are scored here, and Mr. Shearlock sat in on that meeting too. I am not an accountant, so I will let Mrs. Cummings talk a little bit about the scoring process and how that went, if she wants to get into details with that. But we gave each one of them a score based on criteria that's set forth by the state, and I will let Mrs. Cummings go into details or answer any specific questions about the scoring that you can see laid out that's in your packet.
So of the 3 companies that did bid, we had the Fife Jones Group, Perry and Associates, and Charles E. Harris and Associates. And you can see that we did not go with the lowest bid. Our lowest bid that we did receive, it came in at $44,460. They had limited experience in West Virginia, and more specifically with West Virginia Boards of Education. And the experience that was listed there, the majority of it would not have been done by a CPA on the audit team that they proposed to do our project. So the successful bidder was Fife Jones. We have had them before. Of these 3 companies, they had the most experience with county boards of education and with multiple years of experience. I believe they were currently doing approximately about 15 county boards of education and had consistently done that many for the past 3 years of business. They are located in Huntington, so that gave them a few more points than the other people because they are in West Virginia. So as you can see, as we rated those, they did come out as the high point value, but the criteria that's used is like how responsive were they to the bid? Did they explain in detail who all was going to be doing the bid? Like as far as the team, I know one team, the majority of the work was going to be done by staff accountants that were not CPAs with very limited amount of CPA review. That holds quite a bit of weight for me as like not favorable. And then another one wanted to do lots of our work off-site. I'm okay with some, but not all. I want to hear, I want people to see that these things do get audited and as to why we have to follow all these rules and regulations. To me, that's important. So I feel very comfortable in the recommendation for Fife Jones for tonight.
And you sat in on that too?
Yeah, I did. That one had the highest point score for us when we rated all the categories. And there was a couple issues with the lowest bid. That's why we threw that out. And then for me, when it comes between the 2 highest bids, the 2 highest rated companies, there was no good reason to choose one that was more expensive without additional value added to it.
Very good.
Is it required we have the audit group be in-state?
No, absolutely not. But there is a question, and it does have a point value, wanting to know if they've done lots of work with different types of entities within West Virginia. That is one of the questions that's listed. So therefore, we could not rate them with as many points as what the other company showed.
And we did not get a bid from the state auditor's office?
No, we did not
No.
receive. I think their hands are pretty busy.
Yeah. Other questions? Okay, we have a motion to approve the Fife Jones Group, its audit bid proposal recommendation at $48,360 for years ending 26, 27, and 28. All in favor say aye. Aye. Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Guys, appreciate your work on that. So we're down to the monthly financial report. Need a motion to approve the monthly financial report.
So moved.
Mr. Cummins, this one is Mr. Cummins,
Yes.
right? Okay. I didn't mean to step on your toes there,
No
Mr.
worries.
McCallum, but go ahead.
So for the month of July, of course, it doesn't have any of our carryover left over from June because we're just now getting our financial statement instructions, and I'm just now getting ready to prepare the final report as to what last fiscal year looked like. So the state said that we could prepare and show you just the activity for the month of July. So like on page 4, it gives your summary of all the activity within your funds. So in our general fund, for the month of July only, we took in $607,000 and we've expended $382,000 already year to date. Why are those expenditures so less? You got to remember that your teachers are under a 10-month contract, so therefore there are no salaries and expenditures related to a significant portion of our personnel that are employed. So the only salaries and expenditures that you're seeing there are related to year-round employees and also any summer employment that we have. Like we had some summer maintenance workers, we had Energy Express workers, summer school workers. So outside of that, that's why the expenditures are a lot less in the month of July. On our special revenue fund, you can see that we received $96,000, but we expended $119,000. And you'll say, oh my gosh, we expended more, but you have to remember it's on a reimbursement basis. So we have to expend it and then ask for the money later before we get it. So not too much to report for the month of July.
Questions?
Not a question, but a comment. I really like the way this report is laid out because it can show us as board members where we're at in the fiscal year to know if we are on track to meet our financial obligations or if we're getting behind and we need to start making changes to meet them. So this is
It's
a very
taken
good
the
job.
State Department a long, several years of working on this report. And it's pretty, they've got
getting
it,
there.
they've got it going pretty good
Yeah.
right now.
The last year's craziness with several boards have sort of
Yes,
got them
yeah.
to realize this is
Yeah.
important. If you want to hold boards responsible, you're going to have the information out there for the boards to be able to look at.
And this really took it was just on the fact sheet for a long
Right.
time, and it never got the computer programmer's attention enough to get it perfected. But
Till people
now-
go in trouble.
But now the bugs are pretty much worked out of it, so.
That's how policies are made.
That's how it works. isn't it?
Any questions? Here none, we'll have a motion to approve the monthly financial report. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we no policies seen, we're down personnel matters, resignations, retirements, and leave of absence. Need a motion to accept the resignation of Jeanette Roberts, assistant softball coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective August 19th, 2026. Mr. McCown?
I'd just like to, her letter is in your packet. I'd like to thank her for her time coaching for us and appreciate the job that she did.
Any questions? Here none, we have a motion to accept the resignation of Jeanette Roberts, assistant softball coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective August 19th, 2026. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we are to employment. Need a motion to approve the employment of Catherine Lemley, assistant volleyball coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 26-27 school year upon the completion of her required paperwork.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So happy to bring her name to you. I think she completed all the SSAC and those requirements, and happy to fill this vacancy at the middle school with volleyball.
We'll have-
Happy to bring her on board.
I have lots of younger people coaching for us,
Yep.
which is not bad. Any questions? Here none, we'll have a motion to approve the employment of Catherine Lemley, assistant volleyball coach, Wirt County Middle School, effective for 26-27 school year, based upon completion of her required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Need a motion to approve the employment of Callie Darty, assistant principal, Wirt County Middle School, effective August 26, 2026.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So Mrs. Hickman and her team interviewed 3 applicants, and Callie was the successful applicant with that, and happy to bring her name to you. She's recently completed her degree, and I think she will be a good addition to the administrative team at Wirt County Middle School.
Callie has never done anything halfway for us. Any positions she's been in.
She has not.
It's been 110%. Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve Callie Darty as Assistant Principal, Wirt County Middle School, effective for August 26, 2026. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Need a motion to approve Brenda Allen as Cook 3, Wirt County High School, temporary, effective August 26, 2026. Mr. McCown.
As you recall, we authorized this long-term sub position at a subsequent board meeting, and Brenda Allen is the successful bidder on that vacancy.
Questions? Hear none, we have a motion to approve Brenda Allen as Cook 3, Wirt County High School, temporary, effective August 26, 2026. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Then the new business. Need a motion to authorize the position of Bus A district-wide extracurricular for 26-27 school year.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
We have had some new kids move in and some kids shuffle around, so Mr. Smith is asking that we put an additional bus aid back on this bus. So that's why we brought this for you to authorize that tonight.
Questions? Comments? Hear none, we have a motion to authorize the position of Bus A district-wide extracurricular for 26-27 school year. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. We have no out-of-county open enrollments this time, but we do have some volunteers and chaperones. Give the board members a minute to look down the 5 names. If there's a name you like to pull off, we'll pull it, or not pull off, but remove and act on by itself. We'll do that. If not, we'll take them all as one motion. Everybody good with one motion? Ms. Stewart? Ms. Charlotte?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we need a motion to approve volunteer chaperones 26-27. We have Colleen Meeks, Wirt County Primary Center, Middle School, High School. John Henry Smith, High School. Jacqueline Johnson, Middle School, High School. Felicia Mullins, Primary Center, and James Murray, High School. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. McCown, anything we need to know?
Nothing to add.
Oh, they've done their
Background check.
checks and everything. Good.
I do have a question.
Yes.
On John Henry, he don't have volunteer checked, he don't have chaperone checked, he hit other, and he says full assistant coach. Is he already a full assistant coach?
No.
But then afterwards, he says volunteer for high school, which I
I think
understand.
he's looking to help out with the golf team, but he is not a coach.
Yeah, but I know he wrote that down.
last year, wasn't he? Isn't this, yes, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was assistant coach, I believe, last year.
Well, if
But
if
it needs
he's-
to, this
if-
needs to
if
go
he-
to.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
confusing.
It's moot.
It's not confusing.
If he's a paid employee, whether that be a coach or whatever, he's our employee, so we wouldn't have to do this, but it would hurt nothing for this to go through as a
Okay.
volunteer chaperone.
But he's not our paid employee. He resigned that
Yeah.
position. So he needs to go through the auxiliary coaches, thing, okay? Not this, because he's wanting to coach, okay? And so just like the auxiliary coaches we approved at,
Yeah, I have no problem to.
yeah, that needs to go back
Yeah.
and go, thank you, Mr. Stewart, for catching that. That needs to go back and come through the auxiliary
I
coach.
can
It's
do
not
that.
volunteer chaperone. He's not volunteer chaperone. He wants to coach.
Yep.
So
I
it
can
needs to go
take care of
back. I have no problem if he does that, but it needs to go back through. That's what we've worked really hard on, trying to get those
We have.
separated. So, wow.
But
We
he
have a
does have
motion
wrote down there as volunteer though. I don't understand, he says he wants to volunteer as a,
as a coach, which makes him an auxiliary coach. We no longer have volunteer coaches.
well, I don't
We have
see
auxiliary
coach on there. I
coaches.
just see volunteer to high school golf team.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well,
go ahead.
if we approved him as a chaperone, and then he would redo it for the next category, so he would be able to chaperone until,
Yeah, but can't coach. He can't be out there
Until-
during practice and those things. He can, I don't, yeah. I have no problem. I have no problem approving him
But if he wants
as
to
a
continue,
volunteer.
I'll reach out to Mrs. Smith at the high school and have a conversation. If it is his intention to coach instead of just volunteering in some capacity, we'll have her to bring back and ask to bring him as an auxiliary coach.
Yes,
Have
sir.
no issue with that.
You know, volunteering is, bring drinks out, or but if I'm gonna go out on the course and walk with the kids and, talk about their shots and, where to line up, that's coaching. I mean, I'm gonna provide, stay at the clubhouse and get drinks out and do that type of thing, then that's volunteering, okay? So, I have no problem putting them through as a volunteer, but with the understanding that you're gonna talk to Mrs. Smith, who will talk to him and tell him that's all he is, unless he wants to get an auxiliary coach, which we have no problem with, okay? We've worked hard getting that trying to straighten out.
We did.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I have no issue with that.
So let's go ahead and prove him, but that's what he is, okay?
As long as he understands he's just a chaperone.
Yes. Which means you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have a motion, we do have a motion, right? We're under motion, yes.
Correct.
Okay, we have a motion to approve volunteers and chaperones for 26-27 year. It's Colleen Meeks, Primary Center Middle School, High School, John Henry High School, Jacqueline Johnson Middle School, High School, Felicia Mullins Primary Center, and James Murray High School. All in favor say aye. 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 Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we are down to board concerns. We'll start with Mr. Sherlock.
None at this time.
Okay, Mr. Moore?
None, sir.
Mr. Sherlock? No, I really don't either. Sounds like it's been pretty good beginning school, with exception of the sewer problems and some of those things that just happen. But I don't have anything either. I'd really like to work on this thing for the charge
Yes.
on the students. Not that it burned up charge them, but it says that we're supposed to, so we need to work on that. And I'd also like, will come up as an action item, so I'm just going to throw it out there. I'd like to talk about maybe seeing if we can buy a van or 2 vans for things like golf and these real small teams that we have that, they changed the law to where the coach can now drive that under so many numbers and stuff. So we could take a look at that.
I can do
And
that.
you and Mr. Smith take a look at that. Might be prohibitive, but it might not be. It
One
might-
of those
it
where
might
the
help
new
us.
drive is, if there would have to be an accident, it would be the driver's insurance.
Well, I'm going to stop the conversation because we need to be under motion to
Okay,
have those
all right.
conversations. But that's a good question,
Yeah.
just not the time
Yeah.
for us to do it. Board concerns, they
Right.
really talked about that at that president's meeting, that when you have board concerns, if there's something that's going to come up, then you stop. We say what we want, and then it'll come up, and then we'll have those
It's
conversations.
gotta be-
Otherwise, nobody else knows we're going to have it.
Right, it's on the agenda.
Yeah. Like I said, not trying to,
Yeah, no, I understand.
I appreciate your comment, Ms. Stewart. Okay, so with that, if there's, Mr. McCown, you have anything?
Not at this time.
Okay, so with that, if everybody has had their say, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen.